take my baby to the Cotton Club. Everybody's going to the Cotton Club. Guys and gals are flocking to the Cotton Club. Duke's band is rocking at the Cotton Club. Wine and dine and have a fabulous time.
Dance till morning. MC over the show. Course line is on the go. First up a man. Pull the rabbit from a hat.
Well, you're talking to a man who of course, is a jazz lover and who's a big supporter of jazz. Jazz, of course, is perhaps America's greatest contribution to world culture. And, of course, the great Duke Ellington is one of its foremost exponents, and it's a pleasure to do anything with Duke. With Duke himself and his own band at Rockefeller Chapel at the University of Chicago a number of years ago when Duke was alive, when I organized the choir to do a concert of Duke's sacred music. And of course, we all have a long time been an admirer. And it's wonderful to be involved in a project at this time in the history of Duke and the history of the world, after all these 2,000 business coming up, when we can really celebrate his contributions to world culture and to jazz and to the music lovers everywhere.
Of course, you know, Duke Ellington has got to be one of the greatest, had to be one of the greatest composers, along with all other names, all other big names, Tchaikovsky and all these folks, Beethoven and folks like that. Someday, Duke Ellington will be memorialized that same way.
Lord, 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 dear Lord above.
The Duke, utter musicality, utter sophistication, utter gentility, utter class. What is there to say about the Duke Ellington? What is there to say about him? His music speaks for itself, his personality, the time he lived in, what he represented, the strides he made ahead for his people in terms of music and culture and recognition by the world, and what he did for jazz, and how he's put it really at the very forefront of world culture, and still till this day.
So I got involved, and the way I proceeded was to try to come up with something that was classic. I mean, I was looking for something that would stand the test of time, that would show what Duke was about, but at the same time be accessible to people nowadays.
Sun in the sky, while moon around, feeling lazy, oh, daydream. Don't break my reverie. No, 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 until I find that she.
George is a great person. He's what is you know, he's the producer for the artist, you know, and he just understands, and he knows. He sings as well as he plays, and writes. You know, he's an all-round. He's an all-round, you know, incredible man.
A lot of people would probably turn their heads and say, man, Duke Ellington with a hip-hop beat? But I'm telling you, Duke Ellington was an innovator. Duke Ellington was not afraid to try everything, you know, and I think most people are much too conservative in their thoughts about what Duke would be doing right now.
I ran around with my own little crowd, the usual laughs, not often but loud, and in the world that I knew, I didn't know about you. Chasing after the ring on the merry-go-round, just taking my fun where it could be found. And yet, what else could I do? I didn't know about you.
We moved to Diane Reeves, who sang a song called I Didn't Know About You, which is a nice ballad. We did it in sort of a Sarah Vaughan type style, and I put the track together based around what I know about Diane. That's exactly the way that Duke wrote. He wrote for the musicians that were in the band. You know, everything that he did was based around who he had to work with. He didn't just do a song and say, now who can I get to sing on it? You know, so that song was specifically produced and arranged for Diane. And it was very nice. The band comes in there, you know, and very soft, very much like a Sarah Vaughan type thing, and Diane sang incredibly.
In your arms, I know for once in my life, I'm living.
It was different. It was weird.
1968.
I love Ellington, but the band was very, what's the word?
Troublesome.
Undisciplined. And they have been known to destroy a lot of shows. Love Duke. And love the guys, but every now and then it was different. They'd have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore.
Cotton Club.
That's too laid back. That's slow motion. Yeah, that's a little bit too laid back. Still stay here.
There's a pop to it.
Yeah.
The main track that I'm doing is a retrospective thing written especially for this album called Cotton Club. It kind of reflects on Duke at the time he lived and from the New York perspective.
Back in 1987, my group opened up a club here in Chicago called the Cotton Club. And one day I said, well, I need to write something for them, for a commercial or something. So I wrote this thing, then I forgot about it. So when Terry asked me about the project, I tried to find it. I remembered the basic melody of it, so I had to recreate the whole situation. The song really developed backwards, like I was saying. I had the Cotton Club, so we were like, the initial thought, we were in the Cotton Club. So when I thought of something slow to set it up, you know, I thought about, well, here I am in New York, you know, and I thought about different things about New York, you know, like cabbies flying by and, you know, corner hot dog stands and that kind of skyscrapers, you know. All of this was just to set up the fast part. And since we were talking about Duke, naturally Duke played at the Cotton Club. So the whole scenario just almost wrote itself.
Skyscrapers, corner hot dog stands, cabbies racing by, people passing each other without a glance, never catching each other's eye. Here I am in New York, walking down Broadway. Got a hot date with my baby. We're gonna see the Duke and his big band tonight, swinging at the Cotton Club. I'm gonna take the A train with my sophisticated lady. Try to forget this mood indigo. I must admit I'm in a sentimental mood, but it don't mean a thing, 'cause tonight we're gonna spend. Yeah, we're going to see the Duke, the music genius of our time. He's been honored by kings and queens, performing at the Cotton Club in the city that never sleeps, a city of power and riches and dreams, a city filled with excitement. From the village up to Harlem, we're in the middle of a music renaissance. From Ella to Lady Day to Cab Calloway, the Duke is the star of them all.
Terry and I thought about, he said, well, I want to do a Chicago version of this thing. And who do we have in Chicago that could really do this? So we thought of different people. The back part of this was actually set up with the Manhattan Transfer in mind. But since it was a Chicago thing, I thought about the Dells, you know, who I knew were able, they used to sing with Dinah. So they knew tunes and stuff like that, and they used to do some Duke stuff.
Guys and girls are flocking to the Cotton Club. Duke's band is rocking at the Cotton Club. Wine and dine and have a fabulous time.
Dance till morning, MC over the show. Court slide is on the go. First up a man, pull the rabbit from a hat. Exotic dancer, touch the toes. Everybody's temperature. It was on me.
See you on Sunday. Party is going, champagne's flowing. Something like they do it right, they do it tight.
Duke Ellington is the epitome of what it is to be American, truthfully. For growing up in impoverished situations and rising to become not only the greatest composer of jazz, but a great composer of American music. And it's an honor to be a musician and to play his music, and every day I learn more about him and more about the legacy that he lived.
I don't know what the change was there.
You wrote it down.
John had the change for. Did I write it down?
Yeah.
John, what was the change for the phone?
Where's the phone? I gotta call home. What was it? Where's that phone?
Where's that phone?
Because I'm calling. Because I'm
gonna call home. Because I gotta call home.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of. It's too
I gotta call home.
Okay, well we can change the. Where's the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that can work. Where's the phone? Because I gotta call home. It's just different syllables than you wrote.
Because
I gotta go home. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's 8:45. Now it's quarter. You know, you're not gonna have a syllable like that if you do use it because there. Because it's 8:45. I gotta be there on time. Maybe it'd be better to use the because there rather than now. Now it's quarter. You know, unless that's cool. Now it's called. You know.
And now it's 8:45.
No, you don't have to sing all the notes.
Or
now it's 8:45.
Now it's 8:45.
Now it's 8:45. Yeah. That's
why you up in there.
Now it's 8:45.
Now it's a quarter. Okay. What I found with this project is that when I started, most of the singers were intimidated by the music. I mean, they sang very straight, and they didn't take any chances, and because they were afraid of like upsetting Duke's legacy. You know, it was very interesting. I was like, almost hands down everybody, and I walked in and I said, why are they singing like that? You know, why don't they just sing? And they said, oh, I thought this was Duke Ellington, so we should sing it the way they might approach it. I said, no, this is 1999. You know, you approach this song with your style, and we will, you know, the track will follow you. You just go on and just sing, be yourself. And that's how we got Jonathon, Diane, Jeffrey, Rochelle, and all of that to sing the way they did, because eventually I got them to open up and just be themselves. I didn't want them to sing it like Sarah Vaughan sang it. I didn't want them to sing it like Ella did it. You know, that was not the deal. So the main thing is to try to make each singer feel comfortable enough to open up. Because if they don't do that, you're wasting your time.
Well, I'm really an arranger, co-producer on Otis Clay Delia, part of the project. A week ago, we cut 2 Duke Ellington songs, Come Sunday. This was just another aspect of doing something for this chart, which was a beautiful tune that I thought would lend itself to bringing out the singing quality and the sacred quality of the tune, still using a jazz-oriented orchestra to play it.
Dear Lord above, God Almighty, God of love, please look down and see my people through.
Sunday, I heard Duke Ellington sing it, and Otis helped me out a whole lot on Come Sunday, because I came in and I really hadn't heard Come Sunday, and he really taught me how to do Come Sunday.
God Butler, please look down and see my people through. Early Sunday morning, please look.
I did it again.
When I see Delia, you know, and she, man, she jumped on this stuff like it was nothing. I mean, she's a pro. So it's really a pleasure to work with a young artist that is so advanced.
Will you see my people through? Early Sunday morning, I can feel it coming down.
Well, there's no doubt this was a very expensive project with the number of artists that we had on it, the scheduling of getting the artists together and being able to work with the number of producers that we had on this album. I was hoping that this would be a springboard into the music industry to provide some recognition for myself and Over the Edge Entertainment, and also to bring quality back into music. We were able to take Duke Ellington to a big band sound, to an urban beat sound, and bring young and old artists together with his fashion of music, which indicates that his music has been out there for half a century, and it'll stay out there during this entire millennium.
Ain't got no rest in my slumber. Ain't got no feelings to prove. Ain't got no telephone number. I ain't got nothing but the blues.
What we added to it was still from the traditional jazz aspect mixed with some soul and gospel. But it's my understanding, as you listen to the rest of the album, you're going to hear some hip hop and some of the things that might have happened as a natural progression through the year 2000, of the music. So I think this is going to bring a different aspect to the music from all levels, from the young ears that might listen to it and from the traditional ears like mine and others of my generation that might listen to this music.
I love you.
Ladies, if you're anything like me, you want the Mark Williams, Between Your Legs. Between Your Legs, the sexiest song on the radio.
Right there between your legs.
You need to add Between Your Legs to your Spotify playlist. You want, no, you need the Mark Williams, Between Your Legs tonight. You need to add Between Your Legs to your Spotify playlist right now.